we've been waiting too long for the perfect partner and not allowing ourselves to have the imperfect partners. And in having the imperfect partners, we keep the energy flowing. And in having the perfect partner, we block the energy. So right now, my friends, it is not about perfection. It is about progress. That is the solution to unclogging your energy. Oh, Cancerians, my beautiful, lovely souls, let's see what's in the cards for you this week. Time for a deep dive. Wow, that's beautiful. This is Libran energy, which usually has to do with love or value systems, could be financial as well. Certainly a romantic energy. We start out with the number 60. 60 adds up to 6, and 6 is the number of Venus. So when we focus on Venus, we focus on those sensual pleasures like good food, good interactions with friends, dancing, movement and playfulness, wonderful smells. So we have this essence coming through of romanticism, and we've got to see where that takes us. Cancer, this is a message for you. It's here, you're here because you called this message into you. There's something in this reading that you need to hear or you'll want to hear. And so, my friends, welcome. If you're looking for personal readings, please go to my website because I do those, and sometimes we need a deeper dive into the situation at hand. And I have plenty of availability for you. We have... Let me just focus on this for a second. Cancer, okay? Okay, let's see what comes out. Whatever comes out, we're going to leave on the table. Because it's part of the message. My friends, Cancers have been going through it, haven't we? We really, really have. Are you one of those Cancerians who is soaring high or crashing down? Because there's two groups and it's an extreme. Let's cleanse the energy. Time for a deep dive into what God. I think Cancerians need a lot of insight right now. So we do have this beautiful energy resonating in the center of the reading, but what is this? Tend to the small things. So God's telling us we have to look closer and that the devil is really in the details right now. There's something that we're missing and not seeing. And I know that all of you are shouting back at me right now. We know this, but what is it? This is going to be the most challenging aspect of our reading, but this is what I'm going to focus in on to dig into. This implies that something has been building for a while, that there is a toxicity that we have to clean up. Maybe something nagging, little things. This is Virgo energy, so it is probably in minute or facetious details. I don't know that it's monetary or or emotional. We're going to get into that. Trust the great mystery. So dive in. 6 plus 5, 65 adds up to 11. So awakening to, in other words, what God is saying in it here is that you're going to finally figure it out. Like these messages are coming through this week where you're going to finally be able to dive in and understand or awaken to the details as you need to be seeing them to help figure things out for you. And then we have lay a solid foundation. This is also a 6 energy, this sense of figuring it out so that you can build out stronger, seeing what you need to see. Tend to the small things, trust the great mystery, and lay a solid foundation. Interesting. And then we have time to let go. There's something here that's been nagging at your heart. Something that's just been bothering you a great deal. This is scorpionic energy, so we've pushed it down. It's time to roto-rooter out those systems and clean out what has been hurting us. Okay, easier said than done. We're going to need some specifics with that as well. And then we have Spirit has a plan for your future. You're feeling twisted right now because that's what's going on. Like God is coming in to move you in a different direction, and it's clearly contrary to the direction that you wanted to go or thought you were supposed to be going in, or the direction that is aligned with the momentum that you've been on. So this is kind of a tailspin and a turnaround. So that's where the pressure is coming from. You're under 5 Gs right now. This is a total turn that you didn't expect, but clearly God is guiding you in that direction. So now we know a little bit about what has been making us feel so much pressure, and the confirmation that yes, our life is going in a new direction, which is going to require a lot of courage from us. And then also we understand that the details of this are going to be coming out and made known to us over this week, whatever week you're seeing it. Let's now get into the details to see if we can understand this a little bit deeper. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles implies that you've been staring at it for a long time. You've been staring at the problem, or you've been working really hard. 100%, that's a card of hard work, but nothing has been to no avail. Like it's still like you're weeding and you're fertilizing and you're watering, and things are still dying or not growing. And so the frustration is building. So what is the problem, God? What is it that we need to... Okay. Give me a second. In terms of energy and the way that it moves through us, because we have to, our lives are us, our world is us, our universe is us, so we have to keep that energy moving. So if it's not moving outside of us, it's because it's not moving inside us. There is a clog or block inside of us. So I'm going to ask you now, what have you been depriving yourself of? Have you been deprived of love? Because that's the first thing that came out. Have you been deprived of sex or sensual pleasures? Because that's the first thing that came out. There's something here that is so deprived. And I'm not encouraging anybody to go out and drink or do drugs at all. This is more intimate. This is a connectivity that is physical. So Venus is very visceral. It's blocked. It's something like a block. Say, a lack of good times, a lack of happiness, a lack of being social. If you've been alone a lot, if you've been isolated a lot, it could be a lack of sex. Doesn't have to be for everybody. It could be just a lack of connectivity or affection. that lack, that is the block. And we've been doing it because we've been hard on ourselves. We've been trying to discipline ourselves, and we've been trying, and discipline is great. And we've been trying to almost like feel like, well, we can't pay attention to that now. I can't pay attention. It's like there's something in our lives that has become deprived. And it is that deprivation that is starving the rest of our progress, and it has created a clog or a block, and that block is blocking a lot of energy, other energy flows as well. So what do we do about this? The Seven of Wands has come out, and that's a card of take the high ground. Usually it's don't stop fighting, don't give up. We've been fighting too hard, I believe. But ultimately, it is a message of do not give up. We have the King of Cups here. This is emotional serenity and security. This is stability. And then we have the love energy again, especially with a Queen of Pentacles. So somebody that is of the earth energy, earth nature. There's a connectivity that is calling to us right now. A connectivity to this almost perfect partner. It doesn't have to be in romance, but certainly that's implied. There's just this energy of we've been waiting too long for the perfect partner and not allowing ourselves to have the imperfect partners. And in having the imperfect partners, we keep the energy flowing. And in having the perfect partner, we block the energy. So right now, my friends, it is not about perfection. It is about progress. That is the solution to unclogging your energy. I'm not going to do this unless it's perfect. I'm not going to do this unless it's perfect. I'm not going to do this unless it's just right. Just do it. Take that first step out of the door. Take that imperfect job. Wait tables if you have to for a little while. Go on that imperfect date with that somebody you were only a little bit attracted to. Certainly you do not have to do anything with them that you don't want to do. Your boundaries are still your boundaries. But the point is to get in the motion. Because waiting, this is what's happened. This is like, I'm not doing it unless it's right. And it's building and building and building and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And guess what? There's your clog. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. The pathway to fulfillment is a stepping stone process. It is not all of a sudden you wake up and you're there. Have you stopped working on your journey, on your life purpose journey? Have you stopped it because it didn't go perfectly, it didn't go right, and you were afraid or unsure of the next step? The next step is the next sentence in your paragraph. The next step is the next paragraph on the page. The next step is actually smaller than you think, which brings us back to the devil in the details. Take smaller steps. You're trying to take a huge one, and that's why you can't get there, and you're stuck, and the distance grows wider and wider. Let's get a moon card, my friends. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon, which we are experiencing as I'm doing this reading right after that solar eclipse. Break apart and just take these little things, these little tiny steps. The crescent moon is here. The energy is gaining momentum. You've just started in this process. Go little by little. Take step by step. There's still some more that you need to learn on those smaller steps. And it's interesting that we think, well, I don't want to be there. How do you know? How do you know what's there if you've been skipping over it? There could be something wonderful or necessary that you need. It's like, I know we all want to graduate high school, but we can't enter 9th grade and then skip right to 12th. We have to get the steps in between. And clearly there have been steps in between that we've missed. And that's frustrating because it feels like going back, but it's not really going back because we were never there. It's still, you're going to be going to a brand new place. It's just a brand new place that you tried to skip over. Ooh, I know. Your commitment is being tested. Do you want, are you at a point right now, Cancerians, be honest, where you are just ready to give it all up, right? I'm done. I want to give it all up. And you're at that point, whereas you would rather give it all up and give up in general than go back and take the steps you need to be able to actually move forward and make progress. Do you see how self-defeating that is? It's almost self-sabotage. If you really want this, then my friends, you must really do it. And the doing of it is the step-by-step of it. Adjustments are required. Well, this is true. And we'll get a little deeper into what that is. And then we have new moon. A new start is coming. So this was when you were forced then to comprehend or see the practicalities of your challenge. A new start is coming, my friends. But it's a new start as in a new mindset, as in a new way to look at where you are, not as a failure, but as just part of the process, and to not skip any part of the process. But let's dig in. What adjustments are required, God? And really, our hearts and minds are open here, so please allow us your wisdom, God. What adjustments are required? The first one, where do we start? Seven of Swords, where do we start? Seven of Swords, whatever has been undermining you, whatever has been stealing your thunder. Okay, well, what is that stuff? What do we do for this or of this? There could, no, really, we just need the Queen of Swords. All the things that haven't been working, we need to be objective about it. Objectivity. So it's like too many thoughts at once are running through your mind, or trying to do too many things at once. The Queen of Swords is saying, be practical and put them in order. Hierarchy of needs. Stop trying to do everything at once and take one problem at a time. Objectivity. We feel betrayed. We feel undermined. Be objective and stop taking things so personally. So our first step, Cancerians, is we're taking everything so personally, and that's blocking up our ability to look at this scenario objectively. So we may actually even need somebody to come in for us and look at our circumstance objectively. And that's fine. Ask for help. If it's hard for you right now, then please go to somebody who is really good at it. And then we have Four of Wands, which is depend on your friends. Ask your community. People actually do love you. They rely on you all the time. And now you're feeling, I need help and nobody's here. Have you asked? Have you approached your absolute closest friends and said, guys, I really need your help. There's something that I'm not seeing. Can you please take a look at this for me? People want you to succeed and they will step up and help. And then we have Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity or a new beginning. There's a golden nugget of opportunity that this objective observer, this outside perspective, is going to be able to see that you cannot see. So it really is time, your first step, to make that phone call. Okay. let's get into the extended reading. This person is going to be able to tell you the truth right now that it's not clear to you and will not be clear to you. You need an objective perspective, and it starts close to home. Call on a friend. Let's go to the extended reading. I will see you guys there. The links are down below. I'll see you.